So to begin, the packet comes with instructions of how to prepare and use, what you're working on, as well as what's included in the packet. So the pages have lettuce. It says tear this page to make the lettuce. So you can have your students work on ripping, or you could do it before and prep the activity, and same for the grass. And then it just goes into some of the things that you might need for a salad, like the bowl, the fork, and all the ingredients. So these would be perfect to work on scissor skills because you're able to cut out all the different shapes. We have our circles, ovals, squiggly lines, which are all part of different various occupational therapy evaluations, and a needed skill. We have our meats, onion, olives. And then it also comes with silly things that you might find or not find in a salad. So those are just more educational opportunities to work on matching, sorting, So I've sped it up right here. I'm just going to start cutting out all the materials so that I have it for my students. I cut out my own, but you can also have your students cut them out. Pro tip would be to laminate them once they are all cut out, so then you can reuse them over and over again. Or have your student cut them out and save each student a set. In terms of scissor skills, the packet provides a lot of opportunities. You have the eggs, the cucumbers, and the carrots that are all circles, so that's a really great shape to practice cutting out, as well as the bacon has some of the curved lines. There's a bunch of other different shapes, or the cheese later on also has some squares, so you're working on a lot of different type of scissor skills and cutting out different type of lines depending on your student or child's skill level or age. Another pro tip I like to use with my students is to cut the paper a little bit smaller so it's less they are trying to manipulate as they are still learning to use scissors. So for example, I might shrink the paper and cut out all of the carrots and hand that to my student for them to cut out, while the eggs and the bacon that was also on the same sheet of paper wait for the next set. When working on scissor skills, you always want to reinforce a thumbs up scissor position as they are working on the cutting skills, as well as trying to keep that elbow close to the body to avoid shoulder hiking. I'm going to show you different ways you can use this to make multiple activities. First up is following an ingredient list. This one is my favorite to target a lot of skills. You can target life skills, following directions, and visual scanning all in one. Students have to follow the list to make sure they're collecting the correct number of each item. You can easily upgrade and downgrade this task to add and take away some of the items on the list. The second activity is just visually scanning and sorting or matching the items. There are a ton of different items in this bundle between different vegetables, different animals, animals you find in the garden versus dinosaurs. So many different ways to try to sort these items. A fun way to do this is if you laminate the items, you can then hide them within a sensory bin. Then students get the sensory play as well as the visual motor of scanning for each item. The third activity can also be educational. You can set all the ingredients in a pile or still work on visual scanning. Have students sort the items by whether they belong in a salad or they don't belong in a salad. Discuss with your students why they might not be in a salad, such as a worm goes in the grass and not in a salad. The next activity would be great for your older students targeting life skills. If you have the ingredients at home or an ADL room in your school, try to have the students gather the materials from around the kitchen and then build the salad on their own. It is a great way to use other utensils like a knife to cut up the different ingredients or to use a peeler to peel the cucumbers.